third match of the evening, another debut here in Bros and Gorilla. As one half of the Dojo Bros, the team that will challenge the Young Bucks tomorrow for the Bros Gorilla World Tag Team Championship titles.
Black Machismo,
I was going to say, Eddie Edwards taking on Black Machismo. Jay Lethal, who's making his Bros Gorilla debut.
And his opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in 212 pounds, Die Hard Eddie
Edwards, known as a singles competitor, but finding a lot of success here in Bros and Gorilla with Roderick Strong, gunning for the titles tomorrow night. Right now, this match getting underway. See, Jay Lethal with those Macho Man Randy Savage-esque affectations. She's, when I first met Jay Lethal, maybe 10. Oh, hey, Chuck Taylor. I didn't think you were going to join me. Headphones up backwards.
Listen, I just got kicked really hard. In the testicles.
You did.
And then I got locked outside. This has been a bad night.
But you know what? The fans wanted you guys to come back, so I guess you'll be on the show tomorrow.
Man, that's great. Yeah. I was really worried about what we were going to do tomorrow.
I mean, you're in LA, so you might as well come by, but there's no guarantees.
I was going to stop by. I think I'd buy a ticket. What are they, like $20, something like that?
No, actually, ticket prices have gone up.
We're the front row now.
Inflation.
I'll carry on this match if you want to catch it. We got Jay Lethal here taking on Die.
You know what? Best seat in the house, DVD.
Oh,
$15. Those prices haven't gone up since day one.
Look at this hammerlock reversal. These two guys definitely went to day one of wrestling school. Look at this. Two incredible athletes. I don't want to take anything away from them. Oh, and a headlock takedown. Hot diggity dog.
Chuck Taylor, Kentucky gentleman, been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, you guys don't book me.
Was it the last match or anything?
I believe it was it, no, when was, it was myself and Ryan Taylor against the Rockness Monsters.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the last time was when you blew your quad or whatever.
I tore my groin. That was an All-Star Weekend, I believe.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking. Also,
and I couldn't wrestle night 2. I was supposed to wrestle Ricochet.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you guys spent a lot of money on a flight from Nashville, and I didn't even wrestle. I felt bad. I really did.
Those are the days. But now I think we've gotten our money back through some sort of.
I've been throwing out I've been throwing out HJs like a madman just to try to get into good graces.
And so you're back, and you know what? I think you guys had a hell of a match against the Young Bucks. Came up a little short, but you know what? In the eyes of the fans, it does not matter.
I like to think the fans are the winners. Even if myself and my life partner Johnny Gargano were not.
Is it Gargano or Gargano?
Gargano. I think he doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's. Wow, Jay Lethal moonsault.
Wow. Oh, back trip. Look at that. Went for the pinning predicaments being traded by both men. Jay Lethal escaping out of it, shot to the chest. Hip toss. Cartwheel. Oh, look at that.
Adam was scouted.
Ghetto clutch. Look at that. These two men just.
I really almost said these two N-words can wrestle. But I'm not even thinking that Jay Lethal is actually a black man.
They went to day one and day 1,000 of wrestling school. Now, Jay Lethal, I was about to tell a story when you joined during the commentary.
Do you want me to leave? I can come back.
No, it's cool. When I met him like 9 years ago, he was just this little kid, and then hanging around the Northeast Indies, Jersey Alco, those type of places. Sure. And then he got put into a feud with Samoa Joe.
I remember this.
And Samoa Joe just beat him up. And he beat him up so bad that Jay Lethal thought he was Macho Man Randy Savage. At least that's my recollection of things.
Sounds about right. He beat some personality into him.
Oh, the chop. The thudding chop of Eddie Edwards. Oh, the jab, though. of Jay Lethal. Firing that jab out there. Catching Edwards right on the chin. Edwards rattled. Elbow to the crown of the head. Now Lethal sending Eddie Edwards in. Pillar to post.
Oh.
Lethal charged in. Full head of steam on that one.
Sets him up top. Crotches him on the top turnbuckle. Taking tree of woe here.
Jay Lethal is in trouble. Could be double trouble. Looks like Eddie Edwards setting up for the dropkick on the outside as well.
Oh, hard Irish whip from the lady in the front row. Is that outside interference? Rick Knox has got to think about stopping this guy.
I think he needs to consult his rule book, but there may not be time because this match is about to continue. Edwards almost cleaned out a fan.
I took out a fan.
Did you?
Yeah. When oh my God. When Nick Jackson drop kicked me on the floor, I made a tackle a fan. He spilled beer.
Oh.
You remember that time I capo kicked a fan like Jushin Liger and that dude gave me a head scissor? It was one of my favorite things ever.
I'd forgotten about it. But now that made me stop laughing.
I hate getting chopped. I never want to wrestle Eddie Edwards. Okay, I wrestled him once before, but I never want to wrestle. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I don't want to wrestle you.
If they win the title tomorrow night, you may have to eventually.
Oh, when you guys book me again in 2.5 years?
Yeah. They can still be champions. I mean, Gargano's coming back next show.
Of course he is. That's what happens. When I make my bi-yearly appearance.
I mean, Eddie Edwards is just destroying the chest of Jay Lethal. Now that back elbow catching him right underneath the chin. Pulling the head back. Lateral press only gets the 2 count.
Everything Eddie Edwards does looks like it hurts like hell.
And it does hurt like hell. And I mean, that's why he's such a perfect partner for Roderick Strong. Because everything that Roderick Strong does looks like it hurts like hell.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to wrestle those two.
They are the Dojo Bros. And
what the hell is that?
the Dojo Bros?
Yeah.
They're bros.
Okay.
And they train in the dojo.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So,
I get it.
yeah. Now that I was able to explain it to you.
Break it down.
Yeah. I do have a pad of paper here if you'd like me to.
Please. Give me a little schematic of it.
Yeah.
What is it? A house?
No, it's a dojo.
Dojo. Okay, I got it.
See, it's got a.
Ah, Bailey little drop kick.
It had
I see.
a sloped roof, so you know it's Oriental in origin.
Going for the pin off of the drop kick. Black machismo. What does that mean?
He's full of machismo.
Shouldn't that be like a Scott Hall character? A Razor Ramon character? Didn't he have machismo?
He did, but Jay Lethal also has it, except he happens to be black.
Well, son of a bitch, he is black.
African American machismo, a little tough to chant.
Sure, and pro wrestling has never been about political correctness.
No.
Watch out for that light fixture coming off. Double axe handle smash.
The sled catching Eddie Edwards right between the eyes. Edwards, though, is kicking out. Now, I mean, imagine how serious your head trauma has to be if you can still wrestle, but also think you're Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's bad.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever saw any of the Samoa Joe matches, but he must have beat the living hell out of this kid.
And I mean, that is like some deep tissue damage. You know, that's not like on the surface, like, oh, my brain rattled around and hit my skull, and now I have a bruise on my brain. That's like, there is something permanently wrong deep inside my brain. There are electrons misfiring.
What do you say? Jay Lethal can throw a chop, though. He must have learned something from Samoa Joe, or just by getting his ass kicked by diehard Eddie Edwards for this long.
Oh, taking off the wrist guard. Rick Knox, good steward of the ring, cleaning it up. That chop just thudded into the chest, almost caught him a little high on the throat, maybe.
He may be trying to wind the man, take the air out of
By
him.
crushing his windpipe.
Crushing the windpipe. He's going to go into the front row here.
Guillotines him on the top.
He really does think he's Macho Man. Yeah, I would love some water. Thank you.
I was trying to do it off mic, but you know.
We let the fans in on this.
Yeah. Peeling back the curtain. Actually, I see a fan over there by the fire exit wearing a brand new Chuck Taylor t-shirt.
Those are pretty old, but I think it's new to him. I think I just sold them. I only have 2 left. What is Black Machismo has something in mind here. I don't know exactly what. He wants to get whipped again. Oh, this young lady very hesitant to do so.
Oh no,
she racist.
Eddie Edwards that got whipped the other time.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of setup here. A lot of setup.
The guy with the way too small Motorhead t-shirt is way more powerful than he looks.
That was the only size they had in stock at the Hollywood Bowl, so he went with it just to show that he was there. Little did he know he could buy it online after the show, and actually for cheaper.
Oh, look out, Jay Lee's going to try to get down. Hold on his face. Oh, I think his foot clipped the rope. Oh, he's alive.
Nice to see it by Eddie Edwards.
He never struck me as the brightest person in the world.
He is from Boston.
So he's going to go tope again. Jay Lee's still down. Still down.
And you know, if the guys from Boston loves the Celtics, loves the Patriots, and hates black people. Kind of let that hang out there.
Sure,
I got family out on that.
Not at all. Eddie Edwards may be looking for a clothesline here.
I'm just trying to say that people from Boston are notoriously racist.
I think he kicked his tooth out.
Jay Lethal.
Lethal thinking maybe springboard. Oh!
Drop kick.
Turns him inside out.
Sending Eddie for a loop. Guy with the drink. Move on the way.
Tope suicide.
Oh, Eddie Edwards.
I think he bounced up the stage here.
Yeah, crashing in. We felt it. You could actually feel the vibration. Yeah.
Feel it. Isn't Marky Mark from Boston?
Yes, he is. Also notoriously racist.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, the most famous gangster in Boston, his name was Whitey Bulger, a white guy.
My grandfather's nickname was Blackie because he was very, very dark. He was very dark in the summertime. And Kentucky,
Yeah.
They call him Blackie. I hope Jay Lethal didn't think I called him Blackie. I thought he might have overheard.
No, you just tell a story. It's cool.
No, my goodness. Oh. Jay Lethal bowling up on that fan who's in the same seat every show.
I know. Yeah, in the Gray Market Excalibur shirt.
Springboard. Oh!
Rock kick catching him on the chin. Lethal having a hard time.
Lethal back in the corner, maybe out on his feet a little bit.
And now, Edwards, full head of steam. Charging in. Oh, look at that. Lethal.
Nice take.
Block the clothesline. Eddie Edwards, though, reversing into an arm drag.
Oh! I did not see that coming. 1, 2. Eddie Edwards
only.
getting the shoulder up. This match will continue.
Jay Lethal taking stock of his inventory of Macho Man moves. What does he have left? Perhaps he needs to delve into his pre-Samoa Joe brain trauma arsenal.
Does he still have access to that?
Who knows? That deep tissue damage.
He may be thinking elbow. What did Jay Lethal do before he was a Macho Man? He used to do that like backbreaker flatliner thing, right?
Yeah, he might have been in Special K. I don't know.
I think I was in Special K. I never wrestled for Ring of Honor, but I think I was in Special K for a minute.
Yeah.
Decided not to go up. Doesn't think he has it ready yet. Gonna pop him up with another body slam. Now he's ready.
And look at that. I think he's about 60% of the way across the ring from Jay Lethal. Be a lot of velocity.
Oh no! Oh, jumps over him.
Very
smart.
Very wise maneuver.
Comes back to Jiri
Right
style.
now, Eddie Edwards. Oh! A Funplex, aka the Rexplex. 1, 2. 2 count only.
I used to do that move. I swear, there's like, I met Eddie Edwards for the first time like last year.
Oh, really?
And we just so happened to do like 7 or 8 of the same moves. I'd never seen any of his stuff before. I used to do that move. That's actually how that Omega Driver Waffle Waffle thing started. I used to do that.
You do the Rexplex into the...
And then I was just like, maybe I'll try this dude on his head with a power bomb.
Why not? It's more effective. Yeah. Eddie Edwards could have finished this match right now if he did the Awful Waffle.
Yeah,
Instead, now he's getting much of the job.
He told me earlier today not to do the half crab because that's his move. I also do the half crab. The Kentucky Crawdad, I call it.
Oh, okay. Write that down. When you do it tomorrow night,
I'm gonna do it tomorrow night. Suck my D, Eddie Edwards. Why would you let a man chop you?
And then he'll do that to you, and you'll never do the half crab again.
I'll never say that's my D.
Jab just firing out quick. Jay Lethal shooting from the hip with that one.
Hate getting chopped.
Jay Lethal, if he minds it, he's not showing. Eddie Edwards, Irish whip. Oh!
Was that another tooth? Oh, he don't even care.
He is tearing him apart with those chops. Eddie Edwards up and over the top, coming off the ropes. Soul butt to the midsection.
I remember when Macho Man did that. Oh, there, see? Speak of El Diablo. Half crab had it. Jay Lethal fights out.
Pushes him off. Back elbow. Lethal goes down. And now.
What does Edwards have in mind here?
Perhaps going for that lung blower. Yeah! Crushes him with that lung blower. Lethal.
Almost a souvenir for a fan.
Oh, Lethal step up and Zaguri.
Caught him with a toe in the head. It looked like.
Eddie was going for that lariat. Oh, kicks with the lariat on the ropes. And
No, thank you.
almost like a meteora on the lower rope. Edwards has him up. 1, 2. No, 2 count only. Fisherman's buster from Eddie Edwards. How fitting because he's from Boston, where they fish for crab, as well as being notorious racist.
Is it crab fishing? Is that what it's called?
Harvesting?
The crabbing? Is that a thing?
I'm not sure it's a verb, but
So this match came about because of Eddie Edwards' notorious racism, correct? He asked for this match?
no. Jay Lethal asked for this match because he views Eddie Edwards as a proxy for the Boston people.
Okay.
Eddie Edwards, to my knowledge, not notoriously racist. Oh, look at that. Went for the stomp. Jay Lethal, though,
I did a double stomp earlier, too.
catching an O'Connor roll.
Oh.
And it looked like Eddie Edwards was holding on, trying to gain some momentum to roll him back. Goes for the low kick. Rolls him through. Gargano-esque.
There it is! Oh! That's the move I was talking about.
Caught him backwards and caught him forward.
I think it's the lethal combination.
Does he do a thing called the lethal weapon? If not, missed opportunity.
They absolutely should. Thinking elbow
Maybe
here.
this is it. The
Lethal Weapon 4 with Chris Rock. He's in it.
Oh!
Got it.
Kept him right across the throat with it. 1, 2. No, Edwards kicks out. Oh,
Look at that.
look at that. Transitioning. What a surprising thing. I never saw Macho Man do that.
He never had to. Nobody ever kicked out of the elbow. He always had it ready. His shoulders are down.
Eddie Edwards almost got him into a pinning predicament, but instead,
Transitions half crab.
very smart maneuver by Eddie Edwards. But he just took that elbow, dropped that lethal weapon. How much could he have left? I'm sure he has like 10 minutes from
At least.
Jay Lethal does not want to tap out here in a Crossing Gorilla debut, but Eddie Edwards is making it tough.
Kicking him in the face.
Those up kicks by Lethal.
Trying to get to the ropes, pulling himself up in the corner. That's got to be a break. Rick Knox don't care.
Lethal shoves him off with his free foot.
Oh,
Boot to the side of the head.
this is going to be bad.
God, Gary.
Saw that one coming.
That time by Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards has got him rattled. Lethal sitting up on the top rope, tried to fall back into the ring.
Trying to keep him up there. He's got something in mind. Maybe
he's gonna
thinking,
set him up for the Die Hard, the backpack.
this is Die Hard versus Lethal Weapon.
Holy shit! How did we just now think of that?
Wow, he backflipped.
And look at this, Edwards, super kick! Catches
I
up,
can't get that lariat.
dragon suplex release!
That was his finish back in the day, I think.
Super kick by Lethal that time. Edwards grabs onto the trunk, goes for the Rexplex. Lethal catches with a super kick on the side of the jaw.
Here it comes. Oh, right in the gut.
Super kicked him in the abdomen.
Both men
Why did I
down.
say abdomen like that? I was having a stroke. Lethal Weapon versus Die Hard. Holy shit.
Yeah. What do you like better?
Oh, Die Hard.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Die Hard is the best action movie ever made.
Yeah.
The first one.
I haven't seen parts 4 or 5.
4's garbage. I haven't seen 5 either.
Yeah, but the first one's tremendous.
Oh, yeah. My favorite Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whenever anybody asks, you say that and they're like, "What?" And you're like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh."
Die Hard. Here comes John McClane coming up.
Oh shit! He just jumped on his face.
Got him up. Powerbomb possibly. Oh, he rolls
no!
through.
Lethal reverses.
Still looking for that lariat. Spring back. Ah!
Gets him with the cross rock. 1, 2.
Oh! 2 count only.
He just got his face jumped on, and he came back with that. This is awesome, Chuck Taylor. When I see guys do this, I think back to my wrestling days, and I was like, oh, I was giving the fans a dirt sandwich.
PWG shows make me not want to wrestle anymore because everybody's better than me.
It's the most depressing thing. Anytime I think about, like, I have the itch to come back, I just watch one of my shows, and I'm like, oh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I just want to come out here and make funny faces, make a couple funny noises. I don't want Eddie Edwards to jump on my face. These two guys are killing each other.
I know. I mean, Jay Lethal does not want to send the fans home disappointed here in his Pro Wrestling Guerrilla debut.
It's not even goddamn intermission yet, Excalibur.
This is ridiculous.
What's he thinking here?
He's doing the thumb trick.
Up top, what's he got in mind here? Maybe thinking Ace Crusher. Ginger slaps to the belly.
Shots to the midsection. Eddie up.
Oh my God! You're too big to do that.
Eddie Edwards. Oh, super kick.
They don't give a fuck.
The big time lariat by Eddie Edwards.
Picks him up, power bomb.
Oh, nasty. With the sack now, transitions into the Boston Cup. And Jay Lethal forced to tap out, but Eddie Edwards collapses. He put every last bit of strength into that. But what an incredible match and what an incredible win for Eddie Edwards over Jay Lethal.